The silent crisis in modern relationships. You ever feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough? You work 60, 70 hours a week breaking your back to provide, only to come home and get lectured about emotional labor. You try to be vulnerable, only to watch her lose respect for you. You ask for intimacy, and suddenly you're the problem. And the second she's uncomfortable, it becomes a conversation about feeling unsafe. This odd weaponized gaslighting rhetoric. Confusing safety and comfort, like someone trying to whine to HR about some tiny impropriety. And when she feels unsafe, that vulnerability she demanded becomes daggers. Every shared secret, every insecurity, she twists it in between the gaps in your armor. Where's the feminist outcry for holding women accountable? Why is it always a man's fault? Why is it she's beauty at any size, but you're lazy? Why is it all women are amazing, beautiful, wonderful goddesses, but a man is judged for wanting to chill out after a long day at work and a death-defying commute? Feminism was never about equality, it was about control. Let's be real, feminism wasn't started by oppressed factory workers. It was founded by elite women. Suffragettes who excluded black women, bourgeois activists like Alva Vanderbilt, a known child abuser who cared more about social status than workers' rights. And today, it's been hijacked by corporations and governments. Lean In. Feminism tells women to become CEOs, while ignoring the men dying in mines and construction sites to fund those lifestyles. Feminism didn't end patriarchy, it just rewrote the rules to benefit a new class of privileged women. You come home exhausted. Another 12-hour shift, another day of your labor being taken for granted. You try to speak up, about the bills, about the kids, about the fact you haven't felt desired in months, but the conversation always twists back on you.
You're being distant.
I'm tired.
That's not how we're doing things.
My opinion doesn't matter.
Why can't you just be supportive?
I get no support.
This isn't communication, this is control. And it's being sold to you as progress. For generations, men were told feminism would create equality. Instead, it created a new tyranny, one where your needs are dismissed as privilege, your struggles mocked as weakness, and your voice silenced as oppression. Where you're expected to sacrifice everything, then punished for daring to ask for anything in return. The truth. This was never about fairness. Real equality would mean your exhaustion matters as much as hers. Your loneliness is taken as seriously as hers. Your need for intimacy isn't treated like some predatory demand. A partnership where both people give, not where one dictates and the other obeys. But that's not the world feminism built. It built a world where you can work yourself to the bone and still be called lazy. Where you can swallow your pain for years and be told you're not vulnerable enough. Where every disagreement becomes proof of your toxic masculinity, while her cruelty gets reframed as empowerment. This isn't liberation. It's a different kind of cage. The way forward isn't more silence. It's refusing to accept a movement that preaches equality while practicing contempt. It's demanding relationships where both people are heard, not just one. Where love isn't a series of unilateral demands, but an actual conversation between equals. You deserve that, not as a man, as a human being. The solution: reject feminism, demand real equality. We don't need feminism. We need fairness. Value male labor. Stop pretending 80-hour workweeks are privilege. Stop vilifying male desire. Intimacy isn't oppression. Hold women accountable for emotional manipulation, for weaponized victimhood, for their role in broken relationships. This isn't about hating women. It's about ending the double standards that makes men suffer in silence. If you're tired of walking on eggshells, tired of being the villain in your own life, wake up. Feminism isn't your ally. It's a right-wing scam dressed as liberation. Real equality. That starts when we stop apologizing for existing. Intersectionality is the key. You may have heard the term intersectional feminism. Intersectionality is the recognition of privileges and oppression. Like standpoint theory, it focuses on the individual in relation to society. I may be privileged as a white man, but I'm working class and grew up poor. It's never as simple as male equals oppressor. But in writings like the Scum Manifesto, written by American radical feminist Valerie Solanas in 1967, literally calling for the culling of men, Scum stands for Society for Cutting Up Men. There is never a no seat at the table mentality like there is with far-right ideologies. Instead, feminists will laughingly critique it if not agree with some points. Likewise, in The Dialectic of Sex, The Case for Feminist Revolution, author Shulamith Firestone says that all sex is rape, leading to the puritanical mindset of SWERF and TERF radfems and consent culture today. A new path to equality. Intersectionality, when freed from feminism's gynocentric bias, offers real hope. It's the missing key, a framework that finally acknowledges everyone's struggles without vilifying men or glorifying female entitlement. This is how we build true equality, where male vulnerability isn't mocked, where female accountability isn't taboo, and where love means partnership, not power struggles. The future isn't feminist, it's fair. And it starts when we demand intersectionality without feminism's double standards. Together, we can create something better.